What is going on, guys? Matt O'Leary back with another Mock Draft Monday. I am excited to get into this one as we inch closer to the NFL draft. Now, most of my mock drafts have included an Aaron Rodgers trade, so let's do one where an Aaron Rodgers trade does not take place before the NFL draft. That's today's theme. Let's hop into it and see how we can make the most of waiting this Aaron Rodgers thing out. So let's do it. We're going to use PFF Simulator. We're going to bump this down. I don't like the turbo speed. I like fast. 13. Enter the draft. All right. Let's start things off. Let's do it. All right. Paris Johnson off the board. Peter Skoronski off the board. Broderick Jones is going to be here, and that is the play for the New York Jets at 13, assuming one of those guys is on the board. One of the three, I think that is the move. At that point, could you get creative and move down? Yeah, you could, but I think you just stay put in this scenario, take Broderick Jones, and you go from there. Now, with both picks in the second round, you could really do two things. One or three, I guess. Technically, you could stay put and just take a guy at 42 and 43. You could trade up, or you could move back. Joe Douglas has moved around a ton in the second round, whether it be moving up for Breece Hall. He also traded back in the Denzel Mims draft in 2020. So I think this is the most likely area where we're going to see some movement. Last year, he moved up also for Jermaine Johnson. So he's moved around. At this point in the draft is usually when he tends to start to move around a little bit. There's a trade offer on the board. I think I'm going to stay put and take someone and then move back. So, I mean, I would draft Jack Campbell. I do not think the Jets would do that in this spot. I think they would probably take the guy that they met with in Thule, someone who's played on the edge, someone who can play on the interior, do a little bit of everything. I would think that would be their play. Again, my personal preference, I think I would end up just taking Jack Campbell. But I'm going to say the Jets draft Thule. There's a trade option, 44. Now, what if you move back? I don't know, Dallas at 58. Okay, what if you went something like you're dropping back to 58. You give up 43. Obviously, that's lopsided. 90, 129, and 143. So you're moving back 15 spots. You get a third rounder, and you get a fourth rounder. You're giving up your fifth to move up as a pick swap. I think that would be the move here. Let's offer the trade, see if they would do it. Bang. Okay, so we're moving back now. Let's start this thing up again. Okay. Luke Whippler's on the board. I think that would be the play. Nathaniel Dell is interesting because the Jets do still kind of have a need at that position, but we're hold off on wide receiver for right now and make sure you get your center of the future. Local product. New Jersey. There you go. Dell is still here. So, I mean, value-wise, do you just pull the trigger there? Or do you want to take a look at other wide receivers in this spot? Marvin Mims out of Oklahoma. Nathaniel Dell is very small. He's a movable weapon. He's kind of... All right, let's do it. I think the value is just too good to pass up. Let's take Nathaniel Dell here. You can put him in the slot, have some fun, kind of like Mecole Hardman. All right. You still have some positions that you need to work on. Anthony Johnson is jumping out a ton to me. Is there any other safety or linebacker in this spot or any other position that's just jumping out? Not to the extent that Anthony Johnson Jr. is. I think I'm pulling the trigger here. I like him. He should be able to play deep as well. He's moved from corner over to safety, but I think he could absolutely be a long-term starter at the next level. They need more at that position. Let's draft him. Okay, next one. It wouldn't be a Matt O'Leary mock draft if Dorian Williams wasn't there and taken by the Jets. Ivan Pace is also a Matt O'Leary favorite. I could wait on that spot, but I don't think I'm going to. I know it's boring, but we're doing it. And we have one more pick, and that 6th rounder should be just pretty close to best position or best guy available, within reason, of course. Let's go to 206. Or 207, excuse me. Okay. You could go like a pure, more interior guy, even though we kind of did that earlier on with Thule. I guess let's double up because Thule's kind of a tweener, although I'm interested in Abdullah, although he's pretty small, if I remember correctly. Yes, 237. So, all right, let's go. Let's go here. We'll go on the interior to close out. We'll wait for round 7 to go through, and then we'll just do a quick little review of what we did, our trade. Okay, so Broderick Jones, Thule at 42. They give me a C on that. Come on now. Luke Whippler. So you got your, I would assume, starting tackle, starting center, and I would think Thule's going to play on the interior, or someone who you just move around a little bit. Nathaniel Dell is great value at that spot. Would just be a chess piece on offense, again, similar kind of to what they would end up probably doing with Mecole Hardman, but that's just a lot of speed on that offensive side of the ball. Anthony Johnson, Dorian Williams, and a defensive tackle there. So they gave me a B+. They really like the second half of the draft. I do too. I like the trade back, and I like Whippler at 58. I think is fine value. I think they're underselling him in that spot. The Jets met with Thule, so I think they like him. And being able to grab someone who a pass rusher, whether you play him at edge or on the interior, I think would be just a home run. But he's more of I would just put him as a defensive lineman because I don't look at him as a pure edge rusher. I think he could move around your defensive line a little bit. So let me know your thoughts on this mock with not trading for Aaron Rodgers, moving around the draft board a little bit. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you next time.